everybody. I'm Gord Trousdell. I teach at West Vancouver Secondary, and yeah, this is our first year having an urban agriculture science program at our school. So I just thought I'd take you through that program, what we've done so far, and what we're hoping to do in future. Okay.
That doesn't cut into your time.
Okay, thanks. So the course has 5 components. It's mostly an online course, actually. So every week the kids have online readings that they have to do. There's YouTube videos for them to watch, online readings, and some textbook readings that they do as well. We meet every second week in the class to have a practical lab session. So in the first week, the kids took apart the beehives and extracted some honey. This past week, we actually dissected some bees and looked for nosema as a bacteria in their a fungal disease in the bees. The kids are also expected to do weekly work in the garden, so weeding their own plots and helping maintain the bees. There's also an expectation that they come out to some local events, so I think a bunch of them are going to be coming to this a little bit later once they get out of school. And in term 2, they're going to be starting a research project, so designing their own question that can be answered scientifically in the garden. So what we've done so far is we were lucky enough to have some funding through VCH as well as the BCTF and the Toyota and TD Evergreen projects. And that allowed us to actually build an apiary in our school and put in several gardens. So we're now up to 5 raised beds in the school. We've also been able to visit Lutet Park, which was kind of cool. Where we're hoping to go from here is using the garden to conduct scientific experiments. So in general, gardening and apiary is an amazing place for scientific inquiry. It's quite different from the labs that you see inside of high schools because the teachers don't know the answer to the questions, which makes everything a lot more exciting. So some of the projects that the kids have proposed for term 2 is they're doing frequency analysis of bee buzzing in order to be able to tell the mood of a hive from the frequency of the bees. They're looking at designing an infrared camera so that we can look inside a hive without having to open it up and actually see how the hive is doing and where the bees are clustered at different times of the year. We're also hoping to build sort of a school-wide and district-wide culture around agriculture. So what we've done so far to this extent is, as we've harvested our honey, we've approached the business class in the school, and we're actually going to have them design logos for it and sell it for us. We've partnered with a wood shop. They've actually built our beehives for us, and they're currently building a big 3-bin composter for our program. The sewing class is fixing our bee suits as we keep wrecking them. And so we're trying to get all aspects of the school involved to try to build it into more of a culture as opposed to a single course. And I think I probably skipped a slide there. And the last thing that we're hoping to do, and this is where you guys are involved, is we're hoping to bring in as many community guest speakers as possible. So this is Heather Nielsen, who's been helping us a ton in the last 2 years. She's helped with our garden program. She comes in, she shows us how to cook the food that we make. She gives us suggestions about planting plants together that can attract beneficial insects. So if any of you guys have any experience in the garden or any ideas that you'd love to bring to us, we'd really like to have you come in. I'm at table 10 over there, and I'd love to get your emails. So the challenge that I wanted to bring to you guys today is, I think a lot of projects, it's kind of easy to get started. There's a lot of funding money out there to get your projects started. There's always a lot of initial enthusiasm. The challenge where we are now is how do you move past that? So once you've got your project started, once you've got that initial burst of enthusiasm finished, how do you maintain that enthusiasm, and how do you know how fast to expand your project so that you don't outrun your ability to deal with all the stuff you've got to manage. So it's the kind of the year 2 challenge. So that's it. Thanks.